Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about History, Unit 4, Intellectual Awakening and Socio-Political Changes. Introduction. A new civilization began to develop in northern India with the revival of trade and urbanization during the 6th century BC. In this period of major political and social changes in northern India, Buddha and Mahavira were born. Similarly, Zoroastrianism in Persia and Confucianism and Taoism in China became popular during this period. Now, let us see the lesson. Religion in the 6th century BC. The new civilizations that emerged in the new Iron Age had certain common features. 6th century BC was therefore a period of exceptional development in all spheres of life such as material, cultural and intellectual. Philosophical and religious thinkers such as Confucius in China, Zoroaster in Iran, and Mahavira and Buddha in India gained popularity in 6th century BC. Next, Confucianism and Taoism. In the 6th century BC, two great thinkers were born in China, Confucius and Lawweeds. They laid down the systems of morals and social behavior for individuals and communities. But after their death, temples were built in their memory, and the philosophy they taught was developed into a religion known as Confucianism and Taoism, respectively. Their books were held in great reverence in China. Next, we know about the Confucius. Confucius was born in Shandong province of China in 551 BC. He studied history, poetry, philosophy, and music. He is the author of 5 important works. Number 1, the Book of Records. Number 2, the Book of Orders. Number 3, the Book of Changes. Number 4, the Spring and Autumn Annals. Number 5, the Book of History. Next, 5 cardinal principles of Confucius. Number 1, humaneness. Number 2, righteousness. Number 3, propriety. Number 4, wisdom. Number 5, trustworthiness. Confucius insisted on children obeying parents and wife her husband. He also clearly proposed that when the command is wrong, a son should resist his father and a minister should resist the prince. When asked about government, he said that there are 3 requisites for it. There should be sufficiency of food, sufficiency of military equipment, and confidence of the people in their ruler. Next topic, Taoism. Lao is the greatest of the pre-Confucian philosophers, was 53 years older than Confucius. Lawweeds was born in 604 BC. Disgusted with the intrigues of politicians and the prevailing corruption of his time, he left China to live in a peaceful abode. Next, teachings of Lawweeds. The cause of human unhappiness in the world is human selfishness. In nature, all the things act in a natural way. Next, humans live a life under the regulation of someone. This is because they have acquired knowledge and have not remained innocent. Next topic, Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is one of the oldest of the revealed world religions. It remained as the state religion of 3 great Iranian empires which flourished from the 6th century BC and dominated much of the Middle East. He revolted against it and proclaimed to the world that there is one God, Agra Majda, the Lord of Light. The holy book of Zoroastrians is Zen Avesta. Next, teachings. Zoroaster taught that the great object of religion, state or society is the cultivation of morality. The highest religious conception is purity of thought, word and deed. He asserted that Agra Mazda has 7 qualities. 1, right. 2, good mind. Number 3, right. 4, dominion. Number 5, piety. Number 6, well-being, And 7. Immorality. Charity was made an essential part of religion, and service to the poor was particularly emphasized. Next topic, impact of iron technology in India. In the Gangetic Valley, people learned to produce crops more than that was required for subsistence. So, another section of people took up some professional crafts as their livelihood. Early urbanization happened in two ways. One was as a result of some villages specializing in blacksmithy, pottery, carpentry, cloth weaving, and the other was on account of the congregation of specialized craftsmen in villages close to where the raw materials were available and where markets were present. Next, religion post Rig Vedic. Three more Vedas, Yajur, Sama, and Atharvana, were composed after the Rig Veda. Manuals of rituals called Brahmanas, specifying rhyming words to be sung, and two commentaries on certain Rig Vedic hymns called Aryankas, containing knowledge to be learned secretly in the forest. And the Upanishads were compiled in the Upper Gangetic Plain during 1000 to 600 BC. Next topic, Jainism and Buddhism. The founders of Jainism and Buddhism did not prescribe killing as a religious right. They secured their livelihood mostly by arms. The people's resentment about the expensive and elaborate Vedic rituals, animal sacrifice, and the desire for wealth eventually took them towards Jainism and Buddhism. Next, Jainism, Mahavira. Vardhamana Mahavira was born in 599 BC at Kundagrama near Vaishali. His mother was Trisala, a Lichavi princess. He spent his early life as a prince and was married to a princess named Yasoda. The couple had a daughter. At the age of 30, he left his home and became an ascetic. For over 12 years, Mahavira wandered from place to place, subjecting himself to severe penance and self-mortification. Jains believe that Mahavira came in a long line of Tirthankaras and he was the 24th and the last of them. After 30 years of preaching, Mahavira died at Pavaburi in 527 BC at the age of 72. Teachings of Mahavira. The three principles of Jainism, also known as three Ratnas: right faith, right knowledge, right action. Next, spread of Jainism. In order to spread his new faith, Mahavira founded monasteries. In North India, this new faith was patronized by rulers such as Dhanananda, Chandragupta Maurya, and Karavela. Next, decline of Jainism. The lack of royal patronage, its severity, factionalism, and spread of Buddhism led to the decline of Jainism in India. Next topic, Buddhism. Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha was the son of Suddhodana, the chief of a Kshatriya clan of the Sakyas of Kapilavastu in present-day Nepal. His given name was Siddhartha. As he belonged to the Sakya clan, he was also known as Sakya Muni. He was born in 567 BC in Lumbini Garden near Kapilavastu. His mother Maya Devi died after a few days of his birth and he was brought up by his stepmother. One evening, while Siddhartha was passing through the city, he came across an old man who had been abandoned by his relatives, a sick man crying with pain and a dead body surrounded by weeping relatives. Siddhartha was deeply moved by these sights. He also saw an ascetic who had renounced the world and found no sign of sorrows. These four great sights prompted him to renounce the world and search for the cause of suffering. He left his palace and went into the forest in search for truth. In course of time, His wandering, he sat under a peepal tree for several days until he attained enlightenment. The place where he attained enlightenment, the Mahabodhi temple, still exists in Bodh Gaya. Next, teachings of Buddhism. Four great truths. There is suffering and sorrow in this world. The cause of human suffering is desire and craving. This pain or sorrow can be removed by suppressing desire and craving. This is to be achieved by leading a disciplined life. Next, attainment of nirvana, the Noble Eightfold Path. Spread of Buddhism. Central Asia, Sri Lanka, Tibet, Southeast Asia, as well as eastern countries of China, Mongolia, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. Later, Buddhism was split into two as Hinayana and Mahayana. Decline of Buddhism. Buddhism was popular in the beginning because it was preached in people's language Pali. Next, the split of Buddhism into Hinayana and Mahayana was another vital reason. Next, Buddhism lost its royal patronage during the reign of Guptas. Next, further, the invasion of Huns and Turks almost wiped out Buddhism. Thank you, students.